Okay, so I just did a guitar lesson for Stupid Deep by John Bellion, and for the guitar part I'm using drop D tuning, which created some really interesting chord voicings. And I want to use this lesson to go into a bit more detail to explain how the chords are constructed and how they get their names. If you haven't seen the lesson already, I'll leave a link in the description and in the screen. It would be helpful if you have seen it, but it's not entirely essential. In the song, we got 3 different chords: D add9, G6 and B sus4. So as you can see, I have the piano here, which I'm going to be using to explain everything. It's just going to make a lot more sense with the notes being laid out in a linear form, but I will relate everything to the guitar. So let's start with the D add9, and to understand the chord, we're going to have to look at the scale. So let's use the circular fifths to help. The story is Father Charles goes down and ends battle. So we start counting at G, so Father Charles goes down, so there's 2 sharps in D, and then we use the story to figure out what those sharps are. So Father and Charles, F and C. So our scale of D is going to be D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, and D is the octave. Okay, D is the 8th note. So if you had seen my guitar theory lesson on the difference between a major and a minor chord, you would know that if you take the first, the third, and the 5th note from a major scale, you get a major chord, major triad. Okay, so there's your D major chord. Remember we said D is the octave, the 8th note, so that means E is the 9th note. So if we add that to the triad, the D major triad, we get D add9. Okay, so it's as simple as that basically. The 9 in the name is referring to the 9th note in the scale, which is being added to the major triad to make it a D add9. Now, when you think of the D add9 and relate it to the guitar neck, you see that when we play the chord, the high E is open, and that's always going to be the case for all of the chords. And the E is the note that's actually making the unique difference in all of these chords. So now let's look at the G6. G is at 1 o'clock on the circular fifth, so 1 sharp, that sharp being F. So we're going to have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and then G. Okay, so let's go back to 1, 3, 5. So G, B, and D. There's your major chord. And if D was the 5, then E is the 6. Remember we said there's the high E that's open on the guitar neck when we're playing these chords. So there's your G6. It's just a G major triad with the 6th note being added, which makes it a G6. Okay, so to finish up, we'll look at the last chord, which is B sus4. It's a bit tricky because there's a lot of sharps in B, plus it's a suspended chord, so can be a little bit confusing. But let's start with the scale. So circular fifths, we've got Father Charles goes down and ends battle, so 5 sharps. The sharps being the letters of the story, so Father Charles goes down and then you have ends battle at the end, so they're 2 natural notes. So you can either think of it as those 5 sharps or B and E being natural. So we got B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and then B your octave. Okay, so there's the scale. 1, 3, 5 is going to give us our major chord, right? So we're going to take B, D sharp as the 3rd, F sharp as the 5th, and there's your B major chord. Now, if we said D sharp's the 3rd, the major 3rd, if we go up to the next note in the scale, which is E, that's the 4th. Okay, and that's what we're playing on the guitar neck. We're actually playing a B, E, and an F sharp. So that's a B sus4. Okay, so 4 meaning it's the 4th note, suspended because there's no 3rd, so we don't know if it's major or minor. It's kind of, that's the identity of a chord, right? Which isn't there, the information's missing. So there's your B sus4. So relating all that to the guitar neck, you can see that the high E in each scale is what's giving the chord its unique character. And on the guitar neck, that's the note that's being played on top of every chord. Okay, so there we go. That's the theory lesson. Hopefully everything made sense. As always, if you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Get in touch via Instagram. Hit the link in the description for more learning resources and ways to support the channel. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Take care.